At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here, he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle, but give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down, here's Willis. He's got Hooper on the out route. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Willis on 3rd down. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 27. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Come on.
Willis on the sneak, and he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Inside handoff, Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Running left, it's Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
To throw, here's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. This defense for the Titans, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Tackled there by Rayshon Jenkins. The Steelers are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Pickett to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. In motion right, here comes Johnson. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 9, Willis. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, it's Willis. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Pickett will look to throw it here. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. A It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of...
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or do you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, and let it do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready.
2nd down and 8. Here's Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just have good ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now Pickett. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. And it's caught. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the draw, it's Harris. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 44, Pickett. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Pickett sets up play action. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. First and 10, here's Pickett. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw on second and 10. Pickett. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Danico Autry able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. Third and long after the sack. He'll drop to throw. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now in this last one. A first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Pickett back to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Now Pickett on 4th down. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback gets a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football. Fine by me.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Here's Pickett. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Harris is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Second down and goal. Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Now, this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 20-yard line. After the pick six, here's Pickett to try again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw, Pickett. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. A handoff running left, Henry. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Broncos now in the nickel here on third down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Josh Lambeau is set to kick off.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Here's Pickett.
He's going to let it fly.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as...
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Danico Autry in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Titans, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.